Up next is Biz First.
The Ministry of Finance stated that the date from which the revised rules on the importation of vehicles would come into effect has been amended. The Finance Ministry announced that the revised rules will be in effect from the 18th of this month. However, this amendment will not affect vehicles for which letters of credit were opened before the 31st of March. The Finance Ministry further stated that present taxes will also be amended since an increase was witnessed in the import of vehicle body parts. The Ministry stated that trade taxes have been amended in a manner where whichever is higher out of the unit cost or percentage cost will be charged.
You're with News First. Up next, we take a look at Action TV.
On the 15th, Action TV revealed that area residents in the Angoda Siriparakum Mawata settlement scheme have to collect water for each vessel that they could find in their houses. It was over a period of 1.5 years ago that the drinking water supply to this settlement is being limited for the night. Accordingly, the area residents are compelled to spend sleepless nights to collect water. However, they told Action TV, during certain days their sleepless nights bring them no positive result. It was only temporary solutions which were provided by the water board to the residents of the Siriparakum Mawata, even when there is no justifiable reason to do so, taking into consideration its geography. It's not even a kilometer to the Amatale Water Purification Center. However, we who live close to it don't have water. You can imagine the fate of the others. With the water board taking measures to reap benefits without merely limiting themselves to understanding the reality of the geography of the location, the customers of the water board residing in the Siriparakum Mawata are now experiencing the maximum benefits.
We now receive water in a proper manner day and night thanks to the Water Supply and Drainage Board. We wish to thank Action TV for this revelation.
It was after this revelation that the authorities opened their eyes and supplied the water properly. We are happy about it.
Galle District Parliamentarian Nishantha Muthuhettikama has requested the President to grant 4 MPs who polled the most number of preferential votes from various districts with posts through the next cabinet reshuffle. During a media briefing held in Galle yesterday, the parliamentarian revealed that he had handed over a letter in this regard to the President.
During the media briefing, Parliamentarian Nishantha Muthuhettikama distributed copies of the said letter among the journalists present at the occasion. The letter had been signed by parliamentarians Sanath Jayasuriya, Lakshman Basantha Pereira and Sarath Veerasekara. We worked for 2 years without any post. We hope that in May we will receive the opportunity to do something more. The chairman of Pradesh Sabha is selected from the number of preferential votes. The candidate who polls the most number of votes in the provincial council becomes the chief minister, while the candidates who poll the most number of votes at the general election become parliamentarians. We poll the most number of votes, but we have to stay idle. There will be a cabinet reshuffle next month. I believe that Galle will at least receive a deputy minister portfolio.
නියෝජ්‍යමන්ත්‍රී පත් වෙයි කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා.
ඒකනේ ඔබතුමාලට ඇමතිකම්මත් නියෝජනය කරලා මේක වැඩි කෙනෙක් නැහැ.
ඔය දින ප්‍රමාණය හැටියට තව 4ක් දුන්නාම මොකෝ.
General Secretary of the United National Party parliamentarian Tissa Panaika says that certain groups are trying to sabotage the UNP May Day rally. He made this remark addressing a group of party activists in the Kundasala electorate in Kandy today.
එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයට තිබෙන්නේ එක මැයි දිනයයි. මැයි දින ගණනාවක් නැහැ. සමහරු
The United National Party has only one May Day rally. There are no several May Day rallies. We are aware that some groups are trying to carry out various contracts to sabotage our May Day rally. It was 2 months ago we announced that the May Day rally will be organized in Jaffna. No one objected this at any given time. The decision to conduct the UNP May Day rally in Jaffna was reached at a meeting that was held with the participation of the party leader, the deputy leader and other party officials.
මෙවර යාපනයේදී පවත්වනවා කියන කාරණේ.
Deputy Leader of the United National Party Sajith Premadasa says that the event to mark the death anniversary of former President Ranasinghe Premadasa will go ahead as planned despite any obstacles. The parliamentarian made this statement during a function held in Katana today.
Another phase of the Sasunata Aruna program was held at the Katana Sri Anandarame today. We remain dedicated to commemorating my late father on the 1st of May. Various issues may arise and people will try to vandalize this process, but remember that this is the commemoration of Ranasinghe Premadasa. His son Sajith Premadasa is providing the leadership for this purpose. We will not be deterred by obstacles. What the country needs is to make the vision of Ranasinghe Premadasa victorious and commence the development of the nation. At this occasion, we need to state that we are prepared to do this.
ලොකුම වැඩිමුරය පත්තු කරන්නට අපි ලෑස්ති කියන එක මම මේ අවස්ථාවේ තමුන්නාසලත් ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා.
General Secretary of the Citizens Front, J. Sri Ranga, visited the Lindula area in Talwakale today. He visited the area in order to inquire into the well-being of those who were residing in the line houses which were recently destroyed by a fire.
During the visit, the parliamentarian looked into the well-being of the individuals who were displaced owing to a fire which erupted at the Wall Street estate of the Lindula Police Division. A group including officials from the estate authority also participated in the event. Due to the fire which erupted at the line houses which were constructed in 1938, 70 individuals who were residing in 10 houses were displaced. The parliamentarian who distributed equipment to the displaced individuals also inquired into the problems faced by them.
இன்டெகினேட்டர்ல கிட்டத்தட்ட 30 வருஷமா லைம் எரியிறத வந்து ஒரு 3 மாதத்துக்கு ஒரு நியூஸ்ல வந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற சாமான் தானே எங்கயாவது கரண்ட் ஷார்ட்ல நடந்து கொண்டிருக்காங்க. அப்ப இதுக்கு வந்து ஒரு நிரந்தர தீர்வுக்கு தான் நாங்க போக முடியாது. சும்மா அந்த லைன்களை எரியிறத பார்த்துட்டு போறோம். நிரந்தர தீர்வுக்கு தான் போவோம்.
UNP parliamentarian Ravi Karnanayaka says that living in the modern society has become a competition. He made this statement during a function held in Slave Island.
Parliamentarian Ravi Karunanayaka arrived in the Slave Island area today to present awards following an Arudu Ulala held in the area. I saw how a youth attempted to climb the grace pole. It is very difficult, just like the competition, to survive. So during this new year, we must all hope for a situation which will allow us to live properly and which is not restricted to merely these 2 days.
The 50th anniversary of the passing out of the first batch of the Junior Technical Officers course of the Institute of Practical Technology in Katubedda was celebrated today.
The Institute of Practical Technology was established in Katubedda in 1961 as a gift from the people of Canada.
As Sri Lanka faces the many challenges that it does, and some of which are unique to Sri Lanka and others which are such as the worldwide economic challenges which are imposed from afar. I think it's easy for governments sometimes to decide that certain issues are more urgent than others, and I guess that is the job of governments to determine priorities. But at the same time, I think that it is vital that important figures in fields that might fall to the wayside speak up as advocates for those areas. And I'm speaking directly to the people in this room and elsewhere who have to be, as the people who have benefited from good educations, have to be the advocates, the passionate, strong advocates to ensure that the educational field continues to be an area of pride for Sri Lanka, an area of growth for Sri Lanka, and one that does service to its young people who are, in fact, the future of the country.
A memento was presented to the now High Commissioner of Canada in Sri Lanka, Bruce Levy, to be handed over to James George, who was the Canadian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka at the time of founding the IPTK.
Starting off with some cricket news, Sri Lanka cricket team captain and member of the Delhi Daredevils in the Indian Premier League, Mahela Jayawardena, said that former Sri Lankan captain Arjuna Ranatunga's take on the IPL is his own opinion.
Former World Cup winning Sri Lankan captain Arjuna Ranatunga has blamed the Board of Control for Cricket in India for harming the game through the IPL, stating it would produce butchers instead of better test players. However, Sri Lankan captain Mahela Jayawardene stated that he does not think Arjuna Ranatunga is a great fan of IPL and added that there are many who believe that cricketers have improved their game through the IPL. Jayawardene cited examples of other players who made their names in the international arena after being noticed in the IPL. He went on to say that the Indian Premier League has helped him improve his own game in the one-day format.
Going to clear the boundary. It's going to be taken by Levy.
And over in the rugby arena, Sri Lanka were beaten by the Philippines 28 points to 18 at the Asian Five Nations Division 1 rugby tournament in Manila, Philippines today. The loss also caused Sri Lanka to miss out on an opportunity to reach the Asian Top 5 Nations rugby tournament.
The Sri Lankan team led by President Mahinda Rajapaksa's son Yoshita Rajapaksa won their previous 2 encounters in the tournament. Host Philippines were also unbeaten in their previous 2 games. The first half ended 23 points to 3 in favour of Philippines. Sri Lanka fought back hard and scored another 15 points in the second half, while the hosts managed only 5. However, at the long whistle, Philippines wrapped up a 28 points to 18 victory. With today's victory, Philippines qualified for the Asian Top 5 Nations rugby tournament, while Sri Lanka remain in Division 1 for next year. Sri Lanka, who competed in the Top 5 Nations tournament last year, were relegated to Division 1 due to a dismal performance.